Mirage's A site has always been fairly easy to retake without need for too much utility. However, here are a few tips that can give you the upper hand when you're retaking A from connector or jungle. Teammate distribution is incredibly important in a retake, and it might be a good idea to boost one of your teammates to go jungle or CT if there's a lot of people mid. When you're retaking from connector, stairs is probably going to be your most versatile position. It's really important and allows you to look over the entire site to try to get some opening picks, which is what retakes are entirely based upon. It's a good idea to try to peek the angles one by one so you're not too overwhelmed. Jumping on top of this box in connector also allows you to get a good peek into palace, which people sometimes forget about. Using a lot of smokes isn't generally needed for retakes as it can limit your ability to find battles, but they can be sometimes useful in some situations. Palace is a really difficult position to deal with, especially for a teammate in CT or very late in the retake, so smoking it off is always a great use of utility that still leaves you a lot of openings, and it's pretty easy. Basically just aim at the second beam here and you should be fine. Tapping W doesn't hurt either. If you don't have a CT player, smoking off CT is also pretty simple and useful, as any enemies, especially oppers, will have some difficulty getting picks from CT or ticket, and you might have an advantage if they want to push triple. So from connector you can also smoke off triple so that you're not taking too many battles at once and you can really focus on default and palace. You can also smoke in between default and triple, which breaks up the site into some more manageable pieces and is pretty helpful for your teammate at jungle. This one is pretty situational, but you can smoke in front of stairs like this. This basically allows you to push a bit more aggressively and really break up the site into more individual parts. Having a CT player is pretty important for A retakes in general, but it's a lot more helpful here. This might be used if you know the T's are holding from like ramp, palace, or shadow, and really blocks off a lot of openings for them, allowing them to actually get into sight easier. These pop flashes are pretty negligible as you can always just do a simple right click jump throw or just chuck a flash into sight, but they're still good to know. You can aim next to this stripe on triple, or you can also stand back a bit on the stairs and just aim this general area. These will give you a pretty decent flash for ramp, palace, or really anyone on site. Of course, mollying FIREBOX also helps clear out one really annoying angle for your CT player that can potentially bite you in the ass if you forget to clear it, though you will be a bit exposed when doing it. If you don't have a smoke, mollying palace also makes a good alternative for smoking it and will still help out your CT player. Because all the cover on site is actually made out of wood, there's a few wall bangs that you can do. If someone plants behind triple, it's usually going to be in this corner, and you can wall bang it by aiming in the middle of this box, not in this corner. It's really effective and it's super impactful. However, if someone's playing default, you can try to spam it, but it's really unlikely for you to even get one bullet on them, as 99% of default is made out of metal. Your best shot is to either molly it, or if you have an op, you can kill them by shooting this small wooden plank on this side. I see a lot of pros spamming this wooden panel here, and it actually doesn't do anything unless someone is playing several steps more forward, which is apparently a thing. Instead, if you're willing to take the risk, you can use this op lineup to kill anyone in the corner. It's pretty rough, so you have a bit of room for error. From jungle, you can do the smoke I showed earlier between default and triple. It does take some practice though. This smoke allows you to really focus on ramp and this palace/default area without having to deal with mid-sight. You generally won't be exposed to triple, so that doesn't really matter. You can also use some of your utility on the ramp area. If you look, you can see this sort of slanted line and then it straightens out later. There's also a visible dark spot there. If you aim just under it, you can Molotov sandwich, and if you aim just above it, you can Molotov Tetris and smoke ramp. The higher you aim, the deeper you will be able to volley Tetris. If you want to flash yourself into some duels, you can bounce a flash off this corner while running, get a nice high flash on anyone on site, which is especially helpful if the other team smoke jungle. You can also use this flash here to really nicely blind anyone on ramp, though remember, if you do peek ramp, you'll be exposed to everywhere else, so make sure site's clear if you want to do this. Thanks for watching guys, and good luck.